Democratic presidential candidate Michael Bloomberg is going after voters by using memes. A number of popular Instagram accounts posted ads for Bloomberg's campaign. They feature direct messages from what appear to be the former New York City mayor's account. In those messages, Bloomberg is seemingly asking influencers to post memes billing him as a, quote, cool candidate. As Taylor Lorenz reports in the New York Times, these Bloomberg ads are now all over social media. And Taylor joins me now. She is a style reporter for the New York Times. So, Taylor, tell us about this. Who is the mastermind behind it?
Well, it's Bloomberg and the memers themselves. A bunch of high-profile memers sort of joined up and created this collective called Meme 2020, which is a company that works with the Bloomberg campaign to post sponsored content on his behalf.
And so what has the reaction been from young people? I noticed that some of the memes are sort of not necessarily critical, but they make fun of Bloomberg. Is that how to warm young people's hearts?
Yeah. So, the creative director of Jerry Media was actually hired to devise this campaign where Bloomberg is sort of portrayed as an ironic, funny, self-aware character. So the format of the meme campaign that just launched this week is essentially spoofed text messages where the mayor, brags about having billions of dollars and jokes about learning about memes from his granddaughter.
And so how is the meme community responding, or how are young people responding? Do they like these memes? Are they sharing them? Are they liking them?
I think it's split. There was a lot of excitement around other teenagers and certainly other meme pages that also kind of wanted in on the Bloomberg money. But then you saw a lot of high-profile memers speak out against this. The Fat Jew, who's also an elite memer, tens of millions of followers across platforms, said that he actually endorses Sanders and would never take money from Bloomberg because of his stop and frisk policy. So
speaking of the Bloomberg money, you say the meme community is divided over whether this is a good thing or whether this is sort of an example of big money corrupting elections, right? Mm-hmm. So how much are these influencers getting paid to craft these memes for the Bloomberg campaign?
Quite a significant amount. These are, accounts with millions and millions of followers. Collectively, they have over 60 million followers. It's a really significant ad buy. And, these...
Can you give us a range?
Sure.
Like, what would a meme cost the Bloomberg campaign?
Well, an average post on any of these accounts would be, in the tens of thousands of dollars, if not more than $100,000. Now, they're probably getting more than that because of the fact that this is essentially a political endorsement, and they might jeopardize their audience with it. So right. I would estimate in the $100,000, probably more.
That's good business for the influencers.
Yeah,
for sure.
Certainly.
So, a recent Quinnipiac University poll shows that voters under 34 are overwhelmingly swarming towards Bernie Sanders, or Democratic voters under the age of 34. Is this an attempt to sort of crack that a bit and get some of those younger voters?
Yeah, it absolutely is. And if you think about, Bernie's support, he has this aggressively, online base that's ready to defend him. In Bernie's world, Bernie is the real sort of top influencer. And you see top YouTubers, top other memers, top social media figures have all come out in support of him. So I think this is Bloomberg's attempt to tip the scale back his way a little bit, but it's going to be a tough fight to win because, Bernie's support is organic. He can't just buy it.
Right. And so is there the danger, though, that some of the members of this meme audience are so young they can't even vote?
Absolutely. A huge amount of followers on meme accounts are high schoolers. But that doesn't mean that they can't have sway in a political election. Look at the climate change movement, right? It's being led by children as young as 13, and they're still, influencing the political discourse.
So clearly the campaign still thinks that it's worthwhile to target them, even if they're younger than voting age.
Yeah, because they can still impact culture.
Right. All right. So are there other candidates who are sort of, following his lead in the meme world or have an interesting digital strategy?
Yeah, well, Cory Booker famously paid influencers last year. Warren has aggressively sort of courted people with high-profile public images like Jonathan Van Ness of Queer Eye, who's kind of influencer adjacent. There's also a bunch of tech people that got together and formed Warren's meme team, which is essentially this sort of homemade group where they try to seed memes. Right. They don't have the same money, though, so it's not making the impact.
What about President Trump's campaign? We know that they are also putting a lot of money into a digital strategy. But I don't know that I can't quite see the president endorsing funny memes about him. It doesn't really seem like his style, but is that something they're looking into?
I mean, absolutely. I think the president has shown the power of meme messaging, again, from a more organic standpoint. If you look at the accounts that support him, a lot of them are large. You know, a lot of the large sort of right-wing pages on Instagram are
yes,
meme
but
accounts.
They tend to be very earnest. Like I don't see memes
he's
that make him look as an ironic, funny figure.
No,
right?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Although there was the whole meme around, back in 2016 of Daddy Trump. Milo Yiannopoulos had this kind of ironic support of him. So I think, it's there. I don't think he's quite as self-aware as Bloomberg.
Well, I've learned a lot. I've learned how to get to the hearts of young people these days. You have to just really make fun of yourself, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
In a good way, in a clever way. All right. Taylor Lorenz, thank you so much for being with us.